Hey there! So in the previous lessons we learned that voltage is the pressure that's trying to push the electrons. Current is the electrons traveling in a wire, just like water coming out of a hose. And resistance is anything that's trying to slow down the flow of the current, the electrons, just like in this tube. In my case, I am the source of power, the voltage, trying to blow through it. The air traveling through it is the current, and me trying to pinch it is the resistance. But in our case, when we will be doing electronics and circuits in the coming lessons, the push of electricity will be coming from batteries, such as this, or even other ones. But what is inside of a battery? Let's find out. In order to understand how batteries work, let's go back in time all the way to Mr. Volta and his voltaic pile. Now, zinc and copper are two different metals. Now, this is not zinc, this is just a dime, but for demonstration purposes, let's just say this is a piece of zinc. So he put a plate of zinc and a plate of copper together. However, in between, he put pieces of paper, like that, or cloth. And the genius was that the zinc and the copper sandwiched together a piece of paper, and he put salt water on the paper. Now, if we would zoom in what's happening inside, as soon as you put the salt water on the zinc, on the paper, it starts a reaction in the zinc. That reaction is called oxidation. Think about a piece of rusted iron. That iron wasn't rusty when they put it out. However, the moisture in the air and the metal reacted and created rust. Something very similar is happening here. The oxidation is freeing up electrons in the zinc. Those free electrons now want to travel to the copper. However, because of the insulator in between them, they have to go all the way around through a wire. Now, one of these cells won't do much, but put enough of them together and you can light up a light bulb. This was essentially the voltaic pile. This reaction is now called oxidation reduction. The oxidation is happening in the zinc and the reduction is happening in the copper. Modern batteries use a very similar reaction in them. However, the material have changed since. Instead of zinc and copper and pieces of paper with salt water, now we use manganese, electrolyte, and zinc. In the case of a battery like this, you will see if you would cut it this way, you would see manganese on the outside, something called an electrolyte. This electrolyte is alkaline, so that's some of these batteries say it's an alkaline battery. That's because this electrolyte is an alkaline solution, and then in the core you will see zinc. The same thing happening. Manganese is oxidizing and reduction is happening in the zinc. And the electrons want to travel from one terminal to the other. That means if we hook up a little light bulb in between it, it will light it up. Now, enough with that. Let's build our own batteries. In your homeschool electronics lab E1 kit, you will find everything that you need in order to build a battery. Let's see what's inside. So inside you will find a couple of wires, cables with alligator clips. Here we go. Also you will find some electrodes. These will be pushed into the fruit, as well as some LEDs and an electronic device that you can use to test out your battery. The first step is to connect the electrodes to the cables. Since red is usually a positive in electronics, let's make sure we put the copper one on the cable with the red color. So in order to do that, all you need to do is push the piece in and secure it. So once it's in like that, you can use a set of pliers or even a quarter to push it in and make sure you secure it, just so it doesn't fall out. Now let's repeat the process for the black cable. The black one, we will put the zinc. So copper is going to be orange, zinc is going to be white. Again, just push it in. Once it's in place, you can use a penny or a quarter to make sure you secure it. We're almost ready. This is actually enough to get a small battery going. However, we will want more power, so we would want to replicate this in multiple fruits. Now, in order to do that, however, when we take a cable like this, now we need to alternate. One end will be the copper one, and the other end will be the zinc one. We take another cable and do it again. One end will be the zinc one, and the other end will be the copper one. This way we can connect multiple batteries in series and increase the voltage. Let's do that now. Great, now what I have here is one black alligator clip with zinc on it, one red alligator clip with the copper on it, and two cables that have one of each, one of zinc and one of copper, and another one of zinc and one of copper, one of zinc and one of copper. So now what we need to make sure is that when we insert the electrodes, we insert one of each into a lime. You could use lime. I got this from my neighbor. You could use lemon or you could use tomatoes. Basically any fruit, as long as it has juice in it, it should be enough to get us started. And this is how we will hook it up. That lime, and that lime. Now, if you push these gently but firmly, they should go in no problem. You can ask your parent to help, but they should go in. Don't worry if a little juice comes out. You will have a better effect if these are parallel to each other and not just randomly poked in. So try putting them about 1 inch apart from each other. Push them firmly in, and this is how they should look like. And let's continue with the next one. Again, insert the first, insert the second one, now we're almost ready. Here we have it. We have 3 battery cells. In case of Volta, he had multiple, but in our case we used 3 limes. Now we can grab one of the LEDs. Since LEDs are a little bit more complicated than regular light bulbs. They have a long and a short leg. Make sure to connect the long leg to the red one. So I'm going to bend them out so it's going to make it easier. Long leg to the red one, red alligator clip, and black one to the short leg. And that should make the LED light up. We'll see it better if I adjust the lighting. There we go. We just made our first homeschool electronics lab battery. Let's try the other LED. Again, making sure there's a long leg and a short leg. Long leg to the red one, and short leg to the black. And you shall see it lit up. Now, what do you think? How could we increase the voltage? You guessed it, by adding more limes or battery cells. As long as you follow the same pattern of copper and zinc in each, and on the cable you have one copper and one zinc, you can continue to quite a lot of lemons and you'll be able to power interesting equipment. Let's try one more thing. Now, this is actually too strong for what I'm about to do, so I'm just gonna reduce it to a single lime. I'm going to use the black and the red with the alligator clips. So in this case, a single one should be enough. Now here's my small device, and I'm going to connect the red to the red. Make sure you connect it correctly. That's one. And here's the second. And we should see some numbers. There we go. Looks like the timer's on. Awesome. As for assessment, try different fruits or even a tomato in order to see which gives out more voltage. See what you can do if you connect more of the fruit together in series and see how much it will light up the LED. If your mom asks, like, why are you poking too many holes in the fruit? Just say, it's for science. Hey, if you enjoyed this lesson, consider joining our school community. There you will find more advanced courses and unit studies, with all lessons organized so you can track your progress. You will get downloadable practice sheets to complete after each lesson. Great proof of what you just learned. You will also be able to purchase kits and components right there, and if you ever get stuck, our help desk is ready to support you. Link in the description. See you there.